Goodwill Giving Day is the moment when communities across Kentucky unite to support Goodwill's mission of creating pathways out of poverty. From phone-a-thons to online donations, every dollar raised on this special day goes straight to empowering the 12 opportunity centers that help thousands of Kentuckians with job training, education, services, and so much more. Here to tell us about where these dollars go and how they go to work is Andrew Gillette from Goodwill Kentucky and Ronrico Williams, who is a career coach. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Of course. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having me.
Since the 3 years that I've worked on this show, I have seen the power of Goodwill. I was just in awe, really, going out to all the different opportunity centers, the donation centers. Like, you guys know what you're doing over at Goodwill Kentucky. So tell us about, your mission. You're way more than just thrift stores. So tell us about how this day you're doing so much good.
Well, first and foremost, our mission is to help Kentuckians find pathways out of poverty. For the last over 100 years, we've done that primarily two ways. The first way is with our stores. Most people know that we have over 60, nearly 70 stores around the state, and our program happens within those stores. We hire folks who may not be hireable other places, whether it's because they're coming out of incarceration or they're in recovery, but we want to give them that second chance, and at our essence, that's our thing, is second chances. More recently, over the last 5 or 6 years, we started this whole opportunity center concept. Now we have 12 of them all over the state, and an opportunity center at its mission is to help people find a job, and we think that that's the best way to get people out of poverty is through the power of work.
Absolutely. And so being a career coach, how have you seen Goodwill go to work in our community?
Well, firsthand, I get to work with individuals from all different walks of life who have different kinds of challenges, different kinds of obstacles and barriers that they need to overcome to find more suitable employment, to identify career paths. So having the opportunity to work with them and see what they go through and see them actually overcome these challenges is very fulfilling.
And seeing that transformation from day one when they first meet with you to that, hey, I got a job, I did it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That must be just so rewarding. So overall, Goodwill's Giving Day, why is this such an important day for the organization?
Well, for everybody that does drop things off in our stores, you'll notice that we do have that receipt because we are a nonprofit and we're proud of that. And the work that we're trying to do is ending poverty in Kentucky. And that takes a little bit more than what the stores can do. So we are shaking the couch cushions everywhere we can to try to pay for our programming and expand our programming to help with putting Kentuckians back to work.
And so, Ronrico, again, you are a career coach, but tell us a little bit more about your story.
Well, I've actually been to prison on 3 different times. I was a youthful offender, charged as an adult, as a juvenile, so the odds were against me. Last year, I became overcome with drug addiction, which led me to checking myself into drug treatment. Once I got out of drug treatment, I needed to come up with a plan to try to get myself on track and stay on track, which landed me at Goodwill. Once I got to Goodwill, I was able to talk with a career coach who was able to help me identify a career path, who filled me with confidence, made me feel like there was an opportunity to work for a company and show my skills, show that I had potential. My life has completely transformed since last year, and Goodwill has funded that transformation. They've powered that transformation. They've supported me professionally and personally, so Goodwill is a great company to be a part of. There's a lot of stories in Goodwill. So I'm just thankful to be a part of this team.
Wow, what a powerful testament to all of the great work that is going on. And how does that make you feel as these dollars are truly working to help people just like Ronrico?
Ronrico has an amazing story, and all over the state we have thousands of stories like Ronrico's. We have nearly 2,600 employees around the state. 70% of our employees have a background of some sort. They're second chance employees to us. So we're proud to hire folks as a second chance employer, but also help folks get into jobs outside of Goodwill. And that's really where the opportunity centers come in and why Goodwill Giving Day is so important.
Absolutely. So if people are interested, they're watching right now, they want to give to the wonderful organization, maybe even donate. So many ways to help out. How can people do that?
So we can start by going to goodwillky.org/giving day, and that's where you can pick the opportunity center that you do want to support. On top of that, really just going to the website and understanding a little bit more about Goodwill. It's goodwillky.org. And if nothing else, if you could just remember that when you do give to Goodwill, you do a lot of good.
Absolutely. And Ronrico, if someone's watching and they need help, they just need a pathway, what would you say to encourage someone to go to Goodwill for that help?
I would say that Goodwill sees potential in anybody. You know, diamonds in the rough, Goodwill believes in taking these diamonds in the rough and shining them to the point where you look like a priceless diamond. You know, anybody has potential. You know, anybody can make a difference. You know, it's all about taking action. You know, and taking action, you know, you can go to Goodwill and get started on that pathway to changing your life.
Wow, what a testament. Thank you both so much for coming on today.
Thank you.
Ma'am, thank you.
So again, if you are interested in learning more, just go over to goodwillky.org/giving day.